Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Mapleus and this is Literally Graphic. And today we are taking a quick look at the fairly recent Shuri run written by Nnedi Okorafor of Binti fame. Not an expert on warnings, but felt like pretty standard unrealistic superhero action thing. Why is violence so normalized? Today's Black Booktuber is Adventures in Pages. Still a pretty new channel. I've really enjoyed watching their videos so far and would highly recommend them as a good small channel to check out. Originally published between the end of 2018 and 2019, the team on the series switched up a couple of times. The first collected volume was written by Nnedi Okorafor with art by Leonardo Romero and colors by Jordi Belair. Then Shuri took a quick break from Wakanda and was covered by writer Vida Ayala, art by Paul Davidson, and colors by Triona Farrell. But then we're in the final stretch, and Shuri takes on the mantle of Black Panther, written by Nnedi Okorafor, art by Rachel Stott, and Carlos Lopez on colors. That said, they were all of a high quality and fit together in a similar enough style. The Goodreads description is as follows. At long last, Shuri faces her destiny. With her brother gone and Wakanda in peril, the Black Panther is needed and Shuri must step up once again to fill the void. But the Princess of Wakanda is more than any mask, and she's about to face a threat unlike any her home has seen before. When it appears that an enemy of Wakanda has left a signature behind in America, Shuri heads overseas to investigate. But she's not the only hero on the case. With New York City and New Jersey on the line, there's no way that Miles Spider-Man Morales and Kamala Miss Marvel Khan are sitting this one out. Prepare for a high-tech, star-studded adventure as only Shuri can serve up. As far as the art goes, I have to say I really enjoyed it. Not hyper-realistic. There's a tasteful fade to black with Shuri's costumes. You generally aren't seeing how all of her, quote, bits fit into some sort of slick, vacuum-sealed shell thing that shows every wrinkle. The way that detail was used felt very focused and helped pull the eye along. The frames were really dynamic, and there's lots of action for people who like that sort of thing. As far as gender goes, while things appear to remain within the strict binary, the sheer number of apparently cis women was really nice. They are each pretty different, both mentally and physically, and there's a concentrated focus on group cooperation. I would say this is a stereotype for women, but that's only for people who feel schools are anti-men. Generally in comics, I feel like women can't be friends is more the stereotype. Either way, this is still a pretty narrow representation of gender, let alone sexual diversity. And T'Challa's lack of presence is still at the center of everything. But yeah, it's still better than what has been the status quo. Race is another highlight of this series when it comes to intersectionality. Okorafor's stated aim of bringing more African countries into this discussion was, by my limited understanding, pretty successful, and again highlighting different ways of cooperation that are distinctly non-quote Western. Was nice. Shuri's relationship to Wakanda's ancestors and learning from them was also pretty coolio. Our social construct of nationality is certainly not the same as our social construct of race, but Okorafor is very successful in showing Wakanda as more aligned with non-whiteness. This story would not have worked with 99.9% of the rest of the Marvelverse. Class is not a thing touched upon in the series because everyone's rich as frick. As far as ability and disability, there is a short discussion about Shuri designing a vehicle, taking into consideration another character's claustrophobia. Does this count? It's certainly pretty unique to a superhero comic in my experience. Related, but not the same thing, there did seem to be an effort for body diversity in the comic, which was also very nice. I'm not terribly familiar with Shuri pre-movie, but apparently this series is also noted as an effort to bridge the character from pre-movie reality to more aligned with what everyone loved in the movie. So that's a thing. I am planning on slowly but surely working through Black Panther from Priest forward, so I guess eventually I may have better understanding of this. I'm rating both volumes in the series 3 out of 5 stars. Bye y'all, keep reading and resist white supremacy. And as always, Literally Graphic is recorded on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation. I live here because of British colonization, indigenous genocide, and more geographically specific, Treaty 13, also known as the Toronto Purchase, which was finalized in 1805 between representatives of the Crown and certain Mississauga peoples. This treaty was a lie and has since been broken many times over. Saying so reflects only my own small steps towards knowing the truth and does nothing for reconciliation.